assembled. Let's get going with the march past. Teachers, get the athletes organized, please.
To North Leeward and to all of the Leeward constituencies in the fact that we have so many schools coming together to compete, and this is before the inter-school sports that is coming earlier this month. And just to inform, the schools in North Leeward, Peterville Secondary, Tromuka Secondary, they have been practicing very hard. I know the students, they're well prepared and they're expected to put up a good challenge. But I know you have the Central Leeward Secondary, Barry Technical, you have the Camden Park, and as far as Kingston, we have schools here who are looking to hold the title. And I want to commend all of you for your continued hard work as young sportsmen and women, and braving and coming to North Leeward here to compete. This is going to be a magnificent event. It is going to be an excellent day for sports in North Leeward, and I want to continue to commend all of the officials, sports personalities, and persons who are participating in this event. Let me use this opportunity to once again thank you to the Tromuka School for hosting this event, and let me welcome all of the competitors, and may the best school come out victorious and take the throne as the All Leeward champion. Thank you very much.
officials coming in. Yeah, man. We're looking good, we're looking good, we're looking good. Now we have 4 of the schools who will be participating in the 1500 meters. The stamina runners. They're out there going around the track. And it looks like the Central Leeward Secondary School athlete out from there at present being challenged there now by another athlete coming around as they complete the first lap in this 1500 meters race. And the officials giving them the announcement. How many laps left? Five laps remaining. 1500 meters. Let's look at them go as they challenge the tussle for first place. There's a batch of 4 out front, being followed by a spread of athletes as they move into the Riverside Bend for the second time. The athletes are keeping a steady pace as they come around, nobody trying to get way ahead yet. As they come around to complete the second lap. Some good, strong running here. They're continuing the steady pace as we've been visited now by a few drops from the heavens, from the clouds. Alright, the official holding up the card there to show them that 4 laps remaining. 4 laps remaining as they come around. The strong one athlete now, number 21, trying to pull away out front. The athletes are spread around now as they move into the third lap. I'm going out of it. As they move into the Riverside Bend again. Athletes number 21 moving ahead somewhat by about 10 yards or so. Moving around. 1500 meters open, girls, in progress. The officials getting his backyard ready. Going up, showing that there are 3 laps remaining. And the number 21 pulling away from the pack. The present running quite strongly up front. And she's beginning to sprint. This is showing some good promise here. Number 21 moving ahead. Even his friend, number 21, way up front. The number 21 is coming down here in the secondary. The green. Still up front. It's the number 21. Moving around. Riverside Bend again. The official getting ready to roll up the backyard for another time. While your hands cramp. Hold them up, hold them up. Ready, hold them up to number 2. Throwing that means that the 2 laps remaining. 1500 meters open, girls. In the meantime, the boys get to the car booth for the 1500 meters open, boys. That will be the next event. And they're running in the race. They're running now in the shows and lesson that they're visiting us here at the Cumberland Plain Field. It's still running strongly up front. Being challenged there now by another athlete from the Central Leeward Secondary School. Goes into that track. Let's see what's going on here as they come around through the Riverside Bend. She's staying somewhere up front, but the athlete inching closer and closer in second place. The practice even is spread as they come around to the official is still holding up the pack out there for the number 2, and he needs to be ready to signal the final lap. Let's see the fireworks, what's going to happen here as the athletes coming down for the final lap. Up front we have the number 21 still getting on to the lead. Final lap, let's see, it's going to be tied here. The first one picks up a bit now while the center doing a wonderful job there, closing the gap in second place. And someone along the rim takes a small
Right? Come on, Leeward. And she comes into the final round. Come on, stretch. Let's see. The final impression. Come on to the final stretch. It's still not a close round. It's still not a close round. Here. On the close round. Coming into the close round. And please. After one round to get tomorrow. We're going to the technique. From the Trinidad Junior Secondary School and she goes to enter the ground. And there are 1,500 meters. Open boys. We just saw some great running from the girls, so I hope we'll see the same thing or even better from the boys. They're having a steady pace into the first lap. Tight, tight, tight pack. Nobody pulling away yet. The pack's still tight. Mr. Ali, do you think they'll come to run the 1,500 meters? I think he might run it more during the 1,500 meters. Now, so as you see, Cannon Park Secondary, number 5, followed by Chibokantere Secondary, Mr. Hector, and the young man there, what he's doing, well, Hector is giving way to Central Leeward. Central Leeward in the third position, followed by Chiboka Secondary, followed by Cannon Park, and Bookman Bay, which is, 26. Bookman Bay 26, I wonder why. So better, right, in the first position, and remember that Chichiri Bahama, what the problem is with it. So when you're running down in that area, you're going to get a lot of loss. So better, followed by Chiboka, followed by Central Leeward, and better. So better number 5, followed by Euro Hector Chiboka Secondary, followed by Central Leeward, and better. So what takes time on, so here we go. Better, first and third. Euro 21, Chiboka Secondary. Now listen, don't get it stuck now. Right back my easy on the park there. You get it from one. Lead one. So here we go. Better, followed by Chiboka, followed by Central Leeward. Here we go. First three position, and Euro of Chiboka is not allowing better to get away at all. So cross the level is Chiboka Secondary on better. Better said no. We come from far, we don't feel far this time. So here we go. Better, followed by Chiboka. Central Leeward and Chiboka they close. So the best of everything, Chiboka have worked on better. Because some Chiboka do better than better this time. So they take this line, okay. Now we're going fun. So here comes Better. Better pull out. Just make over here, they're pull out and come back. Better pull out. Leaving Chiboka to struggle. Can Central Leeward get up Chiboka? Can Central Leeward get up Chiboka? Can Central Leeward? Central Leeward can I hear you? And Better stamp it one time. Here comes Better. Look at you, look at you. Better. Welcome because to the house of Mars. What are you doing? In one piece of work, but in the meantime, you're like Better and prepare. So Better, fine. My God, you're dangerous today. Here comes Better. Follow by Leeward. This is Euro's track, home track right there. Come on. When I said what happened here, right? Not the last documentary in 26. Documentary is going up. So documentary over here. Euro. Chiboka Secondary on the check. Just like a warning from the Hurricane Center. You are under overtake check. Here comes Euro. You overtake Chiboka. Yes. Overtake Chiboka. You are coming. Now members and the row. This one trying to see the guy that's from the colors. But Bishop's in the front. What can I say in front? They were in a pump. Yes, that's the maroon color house coming across here. We're in number 7. The parents go on for final up on the 400 meters race. Over 200 meters of one in this race. Central Leeward. Now, take this one. Bishop hold it for number 7. So power the Central Leeward there now. Pushing themselves in front there. Oh, look what's happening there. Black Ocean said it again. Who's trying to money? Who's trying to money? Oh no, this is the trying to my mother. You want the one in the green hair, Jimmy? Come on, there, second day school. Come up there. Oh, 60 meters from the front. This is the front. This is the front. Come on, second day school. And the race is off. This is a big one. The 400 meters junior boys race. 2019 Leeward Secondary School Race. Here come now. Here come Patel High School. Here in the defending champion. 1.156 in the last 2018 meet. They come across here. Let's go for special air right here. Number 5 all there. Pushing his chest on the pass. He's not sure. But I'm pretty sure he has a lot of energy there. Jimmy Pass is coming to move out here. That's why number 5. Yeah, listen out. The sun is back out here at Cameroon. There's some clouds that's moving down to the west. So, easterly wind coming to the west now. As the athletes now there, one word is with the green, very tall and the athlete there. She seems to be from the Central Leeward School. Central Leeward now, take a quick thing as one. Very pretty kind of shoes there. As the athletes come across the official area. The bunch winning. Very style athlete there. And number 21 athlete there. No check to give us some challenge there. Very slim athletes there. Very elegant dynamic outfits. And the same putting themselves there. Less than 200 meters to win this one. We're going to take the gap. This is going to get the most over there. Let's take the rules one. Well, Central Leeward is here. I'm not pushing legend. When you look at the car, the teacher comes by. I'm not pushing the most tricky. So now look at this. Come on, secondary. See what Central Leeward is up. And come on, and let's see your one. Now the time to keep this. Run to the school. Run. Run Central. I said, Central Leeward in case anything you know. Well, you know what? I don't know what's over the trip. It's a mid-noise 400 meters. 54.44 seconds. 0 Samuel Central Leeward Secondary School. Here at the top. Run over 60 meters so far. Central Leeward. They're going to pace in this one. Bottom Secondary School. Look at it come neck to neck right across here. Passing the specials here. This is number. Next Central Leeward. Can't go in the coming through. Look at it. The push across coming to you. So it's all the Central Leeward for right bottom heads. Bottom heads have put it at the second and third position respectively. Followed by number 7. I'm not sure which number that is in school. Bishop College. And here it is now. This is a couple of those here. As we get close to overhead. Are you impressed with what the athletes been doing and what the organizers have done?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. I must say kudos to the sports teachers, especially Mr. William Rick Samuel and Mr. Westfield Williams, Mr. Charles and his team, the sports department. They would have been doing tremendous job to get things ready for today.
Okay, so you guys have really put a lot into this to get this competition to this level. I'm telling you, your own team's performance today. Are you impressed with your team's performance today?
Yeah, one of the reasons why the All Leeward Sports was initiated was to give us another chance to prepare our athletes for inter-school sports, and I think it is serving its purpose.
Well, we're so glad that you could really entertain us like this today. You know anything about the challenge showcase in the break? You know anything about that?
I haven't heard much about it, but whatever I heard, it wasn't substantial.
Are you impressed with the crowd turnout here to the school events?
Definitely. You know, once now they will put on something to bring the community together, we always have the voice of the community.
A quick question about school football. I know you're part of the national football coaching team, or part of the team, the sport. Tell us a little more about Vincey Heath's performance in the Winford tournament.
Well, Vincey Heath, right now,
Hold up a little while there, get some time. Thank you. That's what you pick one. Before I want you to see the boys' race. Right now, the Fletcher High School up from there. They were in black and they were in gold. Oh, Junior Secondary School. They were in Secondary School in blue, followed by the Chumacondale Secondary School number 21 in green. Then we have the Bishop College in number 7 there. They were in maroon. And then we have the number 5 in the yellow shirt from the Better High School in Camden Park. So we have one of the students here from the Recommend Secondary School. Tell us your name. Welcome to Cumberland. Is this the first time in Cumberland?
Yeah.
So tell us about it here. Do you like the venue?
Yeah, you really like something.
So you want to shout at any of your friends over here today?
Yeah, we brought down right now.
Alright, so I guess your school is well. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best here today. Enjoy the day.
Yeah, come on, I'm a Recommend Secondary School all the way.
Recommend Secondary School all the way. That's according to the young fan right here. As the athlete said, Chumacondale Secondary School leading now, number 21 away the green vest. Just been trailed behind by half a meter from the Central Leeward Secondary School. Athletes are neck and neck as they push themselves down to the solid end of the ground in the 1,000 meter junior boys race. Oh, there is some cows just moving slowly overhead here and creating a sort of nice, cool condition here at Cumberland. We love this condition. The athletes love it even better. As the Central Leeward athlete there coming for the straight now. Yeah, I'm going to hear the bell off for the final lap. No, we have a sign there saying something that is tell us how many laps. 2 laps to go. It's 2 laps to go. It's 1,000 meter. Ronnie, yes, Simmons in front there. Raheem Simmons from the Chumacondale Secondary School. But it has Simmons, Raheem Simmons now. Pushing across the there. Appears like a driver there. As she passes there on there. Number 21, followed by Central Leeward. Some lanky athletes there. Very small indeed in the stature. And wearing some tight apparels there. As they push themselves on the western end of the ground here at Cumberland. What a beautiful day we've been having here at Cumberland. Very wonderful. As we see Chumacondale Secondary down into that Chichi River corner, overtaken by Central Leeward. Central Leeward overtake Chumacondale. Here we go. As the final lap approaches in the 1.5 meters to go. Here we go. Central Leeward. Chumacondale say no. I'm taking back to Chumacondale. Followed by Central Leeward. Very short and spectacular. William. Alright, the chance for 14. from the Bookerman Bay Secondary School. And here are the cat and mouse game from the Central Leeward athletes. Two lanky athletes here. They're pushing themselves there. The athletes all wearing those spiky shoes. Pushing down to the southern end of the ground. Pass the big slow back. Peripherals. Arika Hooper. Collapse low in the 800 meters race. Collapse low. Arika. She has been a national athlete. And she is a national athlete. Fighting Awards sponsoring the commentators. We got the National Brewers Fighting Awards. Arika here will be challenged by two athletes from Bowdy. These athletes are known to use a lot of pilot whale oil. Well, blackfish oil. Well, okay, I think they call it. I think the scientific name. I'm not sure what is the scientific name for that type of name. No, not blackfish is not the scientific name. That's a local name. Let's ask Mr. Philcom. So I'm going to ask you to the Central Leeward for the actual because it was Central Leeward and Chumaka for the last Central Leeward, but now it's Central in the North category. So it's a Central Leeward for the Chumaka for the Central Leeward. So that's what this is the sandwich now by the both Central Leeward athletes. Let's see what's going to happen in the sandwich or the super will come out of the sandwich middle. But it can't be because the Central Leeward is showing the power of the blackfish. Look at that! We're Central Leeward. Central Leeward. It's all Central Leeward when it comes on. And it's Joker. Central Leeward. Look at the distance. Look at the plow. Central Leeward. Wait, one movement, run. One movement. Run, Paddy, run. Bishop College. One movement, number 26. Wait, Central Leeward. Followed by Central Leeward. Blood. Are we all with the Central Leeward? Are we the Central Leeward? We don't want to do. They want to show off power. Now, listen. If you want to catch back Central Leeward from the start, no, we're not going to catch back Central Leeward in the end. Straight. So here we put it up. Left Central Leeward alone, eh, family? So Central Leeward, we don't know how Central Leeward should sell so today. Because if we call it drop show as spoiling, Central Leeward run to the right. It's the beast, yes, I can see that show. The beast. They are one of the show calling the beast. Oh, Central Leeward, 2 laps to go. And look at the momentum they're going. See the momentum from the start. Chumaka. Central Leeward. Chumaka. Buckman Bay in third. Well better than the last. Come better, you are good better than that. You can't be just chicken around Sunday Park. Here we go. Central Leeward. Followed by Buckman Bay. Well, the Buckman Bay pass is getting on. And the boy looking good. Yeah, we pick up the race for the boy. Who is supporting? Okay, so there we go. Central Leeward. Followed by Buckman. Yes. Okay, it is Central Leeward. Followed by Buckman. Followed by Chumaka. Who passed? Anyone knows this now? Race is off.
Shante, do I make it pass here, Shante?
800 meters. Finish off. Central Leeward Secondary School. And we win this one. Challenged by Chumaka to Secondary School. last year. As the drone flies over the athlete, touching down to the southern end of the ground, past the big black balls over there. Chuka challenging Central Youth from 800 meters senior girls race and with all U.S. competition here coming up for 2019. All the preparation for the big inter-secondary school tournament coming up on the 28th of March, going on its way. There is a national athletes, 21 I believe, she is. Look at those big athletes from Central Leeward. They don't get cat and mouse sitting there. They always be watching the athletes and that very cross-eye athletes. Look at them as they push themselves down to the western end of the rock. Very calm, they get come on. Even the water is so tranquil. Everything is very placid over there. Here they go, coming to the southern end again. And the 800 meters race as the drone comes flying just to the north of the ground. Check out secondary school, leading by 2.5 meters. Now been challenged by Central Leeward and Better High School. This is cat and mouse one big 800 meters. Girls race here. All secondary schools started from the Leeward side of the island. Keep on mind. Keep on mind. Okay, well, she can't hear you. But that's my niece. I said, we need that. Central Leeward. Follow my back. Secondary. They're off. They're coming to the commentary booth area there. Central Leeward leading the pack here. 26. 7 places from there. Bookman Bay. Choco 21. They're in third place. They're at high school. They were in number 5. And they have to change the position. School in number 21. He's not needed. He's taking a fast pace in this one. Leading now by about 2.5 meters. So now they know. They're coming out to where they're starting up. Competing one up here. 250 meters of gone. This is the 800 meter race. They are going from the children to the secondary school. Leading the pace in this one. They're just inside there trying to get as much space and time. It's a cat and mouse one from the big athletes from the valley. That's the area down there. Now, so Bookman take over now. Bookman mention it. Bookman Baylor, man. Everyone is known for that. I don't know for that, Chuchu. Central Leeward is on the block. Well, look at Chumuka behavior going on me. What Chumuka behavior going on me? Better later. But Central Leeward, take the man sexy. Hello, Central Leeward. Here we go. Here we go. Central Leeward. Follow me, Betel. Chumuka. Betel. Central Leeward. Central Leeward. Yes, Central Leeward. Up for the second, followed by Betel. That's how they are in the lady finish. I say, how much is this? 200 meters. Secondary school. They are pushing themselves in a 250-meter track here. They are about 25 meters to pass back and over for the first time in the 4x200 meters junior girls race. They're coming now to the end of the day's events. We have had a long day here so far. You've seen some medal presentation, you've seen some records being tumbled here. Records of tumbling in the junior boys, the intermediate boys, 400 meters and the senior boys, 400 meters race. And we are seeing here another better high school wearing number 5 in the yellow shit vest. There's an athlete just passing the country boot here in the northern end of the ground. Another better athlete. There are 2 competitors from the better high school in this competition, essentially when they are wearing black trunks as they're about to pass back for the 3rd time in the 3rd leg of the 4x200 meters race here. Here you are witnessing here. The rays are coming down that heavily. Not anything to kind of dampen the spirit of the athletes here because we've had a successful day so far. Here they are coming to us now in the northern end here. Better high school sporting the yellow vest here, the black trunks. Here's the 2019 competition of the Leeward Secondary School. Baton pass for the final time in the 4x200 meters race, the junior girls race. Here is a better house athlete. Oh, she don't a joke at all. You see them left-handed people hold back and left-handed don't joke at all. Oh, yes, there we go, my better high school. Here she goes now, 4x200 meters. She's gonna come to the finish point at this time. Oh, this is a better high school. She's gonna come here now. Simply winning this one very comfortably. Better high school is also in 2nd place wearing a black vest. And essentially 100 meters. We're coming out of the last race into the area. 40 athletes. All the best of the better secondary school. Oh, Charlie, let it go. Morris, take this one away, man. He's sleeping, man. Central Leeward, here we go. Oh, come on, babe. Followed by Better, followed by Chumuka. As we go along the same Chichi River bed, it's going for Central Leeward. They're handing over the baton now. Central Leeward, followed by Better. some of the people can be sheltered from the elements. As you watch the race, hold on, right? I'm just watching the race here, the 4x400 meters in the middle girls race. Morris, this athlete in front there, very tall, lanky athlete there, with some long strides from the choke on the second skin. Has been doing her thing here already. Look at the weather condition. I believe for the running here. Do you think it's going to take anything away from these athletes? Not at all, not at all. This is the kind of weather you like and the kind of weather ALNXs would like in England as well, but not now. Here we are focusing now on the 4x100 female. 4x200, sorry. Here we go. Jamaica secondary, followed by Central. So look at Central Leeward, closely aligned by what do you think of it? What's the captain goes now? The two athlete is a very strong athlete. There she goes now. We just have over 150 meters before the pass button. 4x200 meters. So we're passing it far east, southeastern end of the one. Here we are now. But it's the Central Leeward athlete here, very fetish, extending the lead here on the choke on to the secondary school athlete. 4x200 meters. They're coming up to the end of the day's events here at the Cumberland Playfield here in St. Vincent and Grenadines. You're watching live on VC 114 here in St. Vincent and Grenadines. We are broadcasting to the world here from North Leeward in St. Vincent and Grenadines. Central Leeward, handing over the baton first. But look at speed and dominance from Central Leeward. I don't know why Central Leeward takes me shots. Yeah, so that's another catch at the end there. Come on, chuck and the cherry, roll up my rock you girl. energy. Because, then you can come and feel a big tear. That's a joke, Not me on this year. I will play the cricket, but not the running part. Well, I guess this is the penultimate race of the day in the events that are officially on the program here. As we see all of the organizers here from Chumaka just passing by here. The show is flying overhead. The other is across here. Central Leeward. That's it. They're trying to get some flies. Some flies have been around the ground area there. I'm not sure where they're hovering around. Maybe they're trying to catch by the drone in the sky. But we are bringing you live here. The Bookman Prince athlete, or something to say. And let's get our open team, please, for the Bookman in the secondary. Please, no team, please. Here comes Central Leeward. Central Leeward. This is right for supremacy. Here now, Central Leeward. I know what I know. No, I know. Because Central Leeward catch your off guard. He go and show. So here man, Central Tuga, he go out fast. He go out fast and give me this. Well, I was Central Leeward speed up. Because we say he go out fast. I can't get Tuga win. Okay, so let me go. Tuga, followed by Central Leeward. Followed by Bookman Billy. Okay, Bookman Billy, come. Look sharp. You go get up now. Here's how we say come on your way. Yes, you go get up. Yes. Yes, we're coming up to you. We are the parents of this race. Trouble car. Central Leeward. Secondary school games. We are coming up to the wire. This is what we came here for. This is what we came here for. Chumaka and Central Leeward and Big Better High School in number 5. And back there we have the Bookman Bay Secondary School. No passing battle over there. I'm not sure they want to be lapped here this street. We don't want any embarrassing situation here at the end of the games. So Bookman, come on, get your shoes on here. Don't forget we have another choo-choo here for you. Driver of P5636. Please check your meter now. Driver of P5636. As we see, drivers go and speed out behind Bookman Bay. Bookman Bay, you will be lapped. I am warning you, you will be lapped. Chumaka, Central Leeward, look at it now. Driver of P5636. Check your vehicle now. Driver of P5636. Check your vehicle. Here comes Central Leeward. But Chumaka go over now. Bookman. Oh, look at what's happening here now. This is going to be Chumaka. This is going to be Central Leeward. Chumaka, Central Leeward. Let's see what happens. Second and last one. Chumaka, Central Leeward. Chumaka, Central Leeward. Chumaka, Central Leeward. Central Leeward. Central Leeward. You never know. Better do Zita. Better do Zita again. Oh, better do Zita. Oh my goodness, for Central Leeward. Central Leeward. Where is this? Teaching me the problem. Here we go. Central Leeward take over. And if you get Central Leeward, you're going to share. So here one. No, leave out of space. Catch up. Catch up, Tuga. Run, Central Leeward, run. Keep off the track. Central Leeward, run. Central Leeward all the way. Followed by Tuga. Run, Metal. Bookman will take care of. Bookman will go around. Yeah, Bookman will make a final lap. Yes, sir. Your mom is ready, so get this up. Better you got on the speed. And no better you have attitude and you got on the speed and in some position, Better watch it keep Central Leeward, Better you keep Central Leeward in the last position there. Okay, so here on Central Leeward. We are better in front, Chumaka, Bookman Bay, and Central Leeward. If I see something I say, down in the Chichi River. What's the problems now? What's problems now? Two gonna give it now. I watch our problems now. What problems now? Two gonna say
live at the Cumberland playing field with Miss Marshall, teacher at the Central Leeward Secondary School, as well as Mr. Williams, who is one of the physical education teachers at the Central Leeward Secondary School. And once again, we have seen that Central Leeward Secondary School has dominated today's event, coming out on top as the leading school in the all Leeward's secondary school sports. And well, first of all, I must say congratulations to you both on preparing your students, your athletes for this event. But let us first get into the preparation. How has preparation been going for these athletes? Because they seem to be doing well consistently.
Well, preparation started since last year. So as soon as the inter-school sports was finished last year, we started preparations and went straight into periodization. So general preparation, the whole works. Now it's competition time, so you're seeing the benefits of their fruits. And a lot of things, so we also give our athletes a lot of gym exercises. And I find that a lot of schools, they don't have it. So that's why their athletes are not stronger. So the gym is very important, and we try to work with our athletes.
I take it that you have a gym at the school in Central Leeward?
We don't have a gym. We wish we had a proper gym. What we have some weights and some bars. We try to make the best of what we have, with what we have. But if anybody's out there listening to us, we would need a gym room, and it would be really good. So you can see the fruits of our labor. You can see how the athletes are performing. We need a room for a gym, and you guys can support us if we need that. But we don't have a gym per se. We have the equipment, the weights, the bars, and all that, but we don't have a room. We say they store them inside a bathroom. That's how we could do it.
So, physical education teachers, please take note that it's very important to get your children exercised and lifting weights, using gym equipment, etc. Now, Miss Marshall, I would like to ask you, recently you guys held an athletics event in the night. And that is not the norm here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. How has that been for the school?
Well, it has been well for us because we're able to better manage the students, considering that the Victoria Park is enclosed, as to oppose to when we used to have it at Leeward and Barley, where it's more open. At the Victoria Park, we're able to manage them. We get to see who comes in, and we also have an exit policy. We organize transportation. We have permission slips that parents can take home. We ensure that our athletes get there, that they're kept safe there, that they get back home safely.
Okay. And before we leave, Mr. Williams, I know that last year your girls did well, extremely well at the inter-secondary school sports. Based on preparations this year, what are your anticipations for the inter-secondary school sports, which will take place later this month?
Well, I guess you should just wait and see. You should just wait and see. And for those of you out there, come to the park and find out for yourself what's going to take place. That's all I'm encouraging.
I am warning you. I am officially warning you that the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Girls High School have personally expressed that they are ready. And I can see that you retain some of your top athletes. Zita Vincent, the sprinter there,
Yolanda Lewis.
Yolanda, man, I'm telling you, she has really lit up the tracks, and she is one future prospect for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Do you think that you are in shape to retain your female title this year?
As I said, just come to Annisville playing field and you can see for yourself. Come to Annisville. The sport is happening on the 28th of March, correct? 20th of March. Come out to your house, come down to the Annisville playing field, sit down in the stand, and look for Central Leeward. To see for yourself.
All of you viewers out there, I am asking you, I am urging you. The competition is nice, the competition is tight. Come down to the Annisville playing field on the 28th of March. Well, the 27th for the primary, the 28th for the secondary, and the 29th for the college. But the 28th is when everything is going to take place. It's when it's all going down. We have spectators, everybody's here having a very good time, and I'm urging you to come down. Come down and see the competition between the girls, the boys. Central Leeward Secondary School coming out of Peter's Hope it is? Yes, coming out of Peter's Hope, and they will be putting on a show. From what we've seen here today, they will be putting on a show, and the competition out there, you better be ready for Central Leeward because they're ready for you. Thank you very much, both.
No problem, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, and we're here again with Mr. Gordon, one of the physical education teachers at the Bethel High School, Camden Park Secondary, Bethel High School. Mr. Gordon, I know that you have emphasized throughout the day that you strive for professionalism on the track. How have your preparations been for these sports and the inter-school sports going forward?
Let me say good evening to everybody, or morning, whenever you have the chance to see this. In terms of preparation, it has actually been better for us this year. The athletes had a bit more commitment. I'm not completely satisfied with where we are, but it's an improvement for where we were last year, so it's better for me.
Okay, and I would like to find out from you, this sport event, I mean, it's still in its early stages, but how do you think this sporting event, the All Leeward Secondary School sports, impacts the preparation for your students as well as others for inter-school and for going forward?
This event is nothing but positive, because if we're being honest, other than the inter-school sports and inter-house sports, track and field is not really a big scene in St. Vincent. So the fact that we could have an event like this, which is basically you have 6 schools participating, could see a lot more talent, and the kids could actually manage or learn how to run their races rather than leaving from school itself and then going straight into inter-school. But it's a good exposure for all the athletes and everybody involved.
And do you think that events like these should be held not only around sports time but at other points of the year?
Well, yes, I agree, because our culture here in St. Vincent is basically to only participate in inter-school. And that is part of the reason why we haven't been able to excel in the regional arena and the international arena, because we see track and field only as a second term event rather than an entire year event. And that's something we are trying to change as physical education and sports teachers. It's to have them to recognize the potential that we have and change the culture that exists here in St. Vincent so that we could excel as a country.
And Mr. Gordon, you have a few weeks remaining before inter-school sports. Well, you said that you have some work to do. Do you think that your athletes would be at least up to par by the time inter-school comes around on the 28th?
Well, in St. Vincent, when we say par, we're looking at who coming first, second and third. But par for me is, if we're training and you're running 12 seconds, and you go to inter-school and run 12 seconds and you manage to place last, for me, you did very well because you run what you can run. So that's all I could ask for from my athletes. When we train and you run a specific time, or you throw a specific way, or you do a specific height, that's all we could ask for basically. You can't do much more than that. And once they give the best, I will be happy with that.
Well, Mr. Gordon, we would like to thank you for chatting with us here, and we do wish you and your school all the best going forward in your athletics as well as other sporting disciplines in the future.
Thank you very much, sir.
With another one of the physical education teachers of the Bokomen Secondary School, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, how have you viewed this event, as in the way how it was managed, handled, etc.?
First of all, let me say it's a golden opportunity to have this event today. It has come at a time where the schools have finished having their sports and they are in preparation for inter-school. So this gives us basically a dress rehearsal of what is to happen at the inter-school event, which would the heats takes place next week. So this gives us a chance to see where the athletes are so that we can tweak the necessary training needed for next week's heats.
Right. And this event, do you see it as something that should happen not only around sports time, but at another point in the year perhaps, to keep the athletes at least in top shape throughout the year?
Well, it would be difficult to have it more than one time in the year. The thing is, it's an athletic event, and this time between January and April is really the athletic season. So this is the ideal time for it. The plan behind it at the beginning was just to bring the schools from the Leeward end together, that is Bethel, Bokomen, Barley, Chumaka, Peterborough. But we have noticed that it has grown now, where other schools are getting involved. So this is the ideal time to have it because it helps to give both the athletes a chance to see where they're at and the teachers or the coaches to see how well they are performing if they need to tweak anything for the finals.
And finally, before we leave, how have the preparation of your students been heading into this event, as well as into next week's heats and inter-school sports coming later on in the month?
We have had a problem in terms of attendance, but for the few persons who've been coming out, we saw their effort today. They've been doing fairly okay. There's always room for improvement, but we need to see more people committed to the training and coming to practice on a regular basis.
All right, so we're urging parents out there who have students in secondary schools to at least encourage your children to become more involved in athletics, and who knows, just maybe with enough effort they can be the next big star internationally. Mr. Wright, we would like to thank you for speaking with us, and we do wish you and your school all the best going forward in this year's inter-school sports as well as other athletics event or sporting events that may happen.
All right, thank you very much.
We're here with some spectators, some students from the Bethel High School, and I would allow them to introduce themselves and to tell us how they viewed today's events.
My name is Ronaldino Salomon. That today event at the Cumberland playing field was a spectacular game, and I will hope to come another time.
My name is Johnny Duncan, and I'm from the village of Camden Park, but I really rail up in Cumberland, and today's event was wonderful. It was the best event I have ever been to.
Is it the first time you guys are coming to this event, or Leeward Secondary School Sports?
No, I've come last year, but I've got injured, and I ain't running again.
Well, this was definitely my first time at the Cumberland playing field.
So, as your first time, how do you think it was? Was it exciting? Did it live up to your expectations?
Yeah, it really did, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, it really did.
So, you think that this is an event that should continue going forward?
Yeah, for ages, it should continue. And bring the other schools in.
So what you have to say to the people out there as it relates to inter-school sports and Bethel High School?
They should get in more activity, more athletic activities.
I want to say that who is not here should have been here because it was a wonderful event.
If you were not here, you missed out. You missed out big time. You understand what I'm saying? You heard it straight from the spectators, straight from the students, and we're having a wonderful time here at Cumberland. I hope to see you here next year. We are here once again with one of St. Vincent and the Grenadines' top upcoming female athletes, Yolanda Lewis. She has dominated the tracks here. She has dominated the tracks at Interschool. She has records all over the place. Yolanda, I don't know how you keep doing it, but how have your preparations been going?
My preparation for Interschool and every athletic meet is good, sometimes bad, but I still try my best and come out good at everything.
Yolanda, you don't have a playing field in Peters Hope where your school is. How do you keep excelling at these sprint events especially?
Well, you cannot say we don't have a park. We have a park behind our school, but it's not big up as big for people to come. But we still go on it and do events that other people do and do our best to make the time so we can come at event like these and do our best.
So Yolanda, Interschool coming up later on this month. How ready are you to go out and defend your titles?
I'm 1,000% ready for anybody who comes to try break my records.
Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. Yolanda is 1,000% ready for you. I hope that you're ready for her. Yolanda, thank you for speaking with us.
No problem.
Without acknowledging another one of the top athletes, not only in Central Leeward, not only in the whole of Leeward, but the whole of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we're here with none other than Zita Vincent. Zita Vincent actually has records here at the All Leeward Secondary School Sports. And she once again dominated today. And I would like to know something, Zita. How have you been preparing for these activities?
Train hard.
Two words. Train hard. And Zita, I mean, inter-school coming up later on this month. How prepared are you for that event?
Go to training and like do my best in inter-school sports and break my records them.
Break your records, Sam. No, I don't think I heard right. She said break her records. You heard that? Zita, seeing that you're so confident, I want you to do one more thing before we leave. What do you have to say to anybody out there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who comes into inter-school and tries to defeat Zita?
I don't have any competition here.
We don't have no competition. Thank you very much for speaking with us, Zita, and we look forward to seeing you at Inter-School Sports, and we wish you nothing but the best and success going forward in your athletics career.
Yeah, thank you.